rock star do. But what does the rock star do, man? Every time
Whatever they want,
man. The rock stars I know now, they are vegan and they're in the house by 8, man. And these are guys who are rocking stadiums, man. But anyway, he's on the corner, wild, crazy hair, with his ass out.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to our 7th episode of Carton Conversations, presented by BODYARMOR. I'm your host, JB.
And I'm your co-host, Elliot.
So today we have, for the first time in Carton Conversations history, we have a special guest spokesperson for our said special guest. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
The name is Gene. Short for Eugene, short for Eugene Hanes. Basically, I'm the brains behind Teezo Touchdown. I'm his left and right hand man, and I'm just happy to be here, man. Elliot, man, it's nice to meet you on camera. I'm meeting him on camera this time. Nice to meet you, Jake, as well, man.
Nice to meet you as well, and it's a pleasure having you. So would you say you would probably be the ultimate spokesperson for Teezo Touchdown?
Man, I'm his spokesperson, his driver, his rider, his mom, his dad. I'm his everything, man.
Renaissance man, jack of all trades.
Only thing I'm probably not is his friend.
Facts. Well, without further ado, everybody give it up for Eugene Hanes. So Eugene, you're from Texas as well, I'm assuming, Beaumont?
Right up the street.
Right up the street. How'd you come up, or I'm sorry, rather, how did Teezo come up with the name Teezo Touchdown? Because we noticed that he drops a lot of football references. Is there a backstory to that, or some type of creative vision behind that?
Teezo, I think he told me his real name was like Anthony or something like that, and his last name is Thomas, and he said something about, we used to call him AT, and they called him Teezy, then he just switched it to Teezo, and that's how he came up with Teezo. Touchdown, I don't know where he came from, man. He can't throw a wet piece of paper across the room, man. He's unathletic completely.
Okay, so how long have you known Teezo, and can you tell us about his life before music?
Let's see, I met Teezo in about 2018, and when I met him, we had what we call salt and pepper chicken down there in Southeast Texas, and there's this famous place called Crystals. It used to be located in the north end, but they moved on down there to the west end off Major. When I met Teezo, believe it or not, he was out there sweeping the parking lot. Sweeping the parking lot. He cleaning the bathrooms. Matter of fact, I met Teezo because when I went in there, I left the biggest dump that you probably have seen, probably about the size of Dallas, inside that toilet. And sure enough, Teezo comes right in behind me and he comes and clean it. I'm talking about elbow deep, man. So I'm like, a guy who's gonna sit here elbow deep in my crap, doesn't know me from a can of paint. Why are you here? So I don't say, man, why are you here? He's like, oh man, I'm just trying to I shoot videos for real, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? I just got in the wreck, and I can't, you know what I'm saying, get to my gigs. So shoot, this is a family friend. I'm just working for them, you know what I'm saying? Till I get enough money to you know what I'm saying, get my career going. So I say, young man, first off, remove your hand from that crap. Second off, come with me. This isn't where you're headed, man. This $150 a week isn't going to get you to the top, man. I'd rather see you in the studio. If you're willing to put your hand in a pile of crap for $150 a week, you need to get your butt in that studio, man. You think he's tricking himself, thinking he's investing in himself. I said, nah, man, you're wasting your time here. Because he used to make $100. He invented the $100 video in Beaumont, Texas. They used to charge $400, $500. That's why I love Lyrical Lemonade. They said Lyrical Lemonade called me, man. Man, down there in Beaumont, man, 2017, we're watching y'all videos, man. I'm talking about he used to shoot, I'm sorry. He used to shoot the videos, man. I'm talking about we sitting there trying to figure out how to put the little squiggly lines on the man's, man. We're so... Frame by frame, man. He was getting $100 a week for that. $100 video for that. I said, you gonna stop down to $150 a week? You gonna give up on yourself because you ain't got no car, no camera? Come on with me, man. Let's get in that studio.
So Teezo was actually making music videos before music?
It started with music. He said he started with music, But you need money to make music, man, especially if you want to be a rapper. Oh man, this is fun, but it's expensive. I'll tell you that. So he was a musician first, but that music ain't bringing no money in, man. So he's like, how can I find a way to invest in myself without getting a job, man? Because the reason Teezo isn't here today, because he has post-traumatic job disorder. I told him he had an interview, man, he froze up, shook up. You should have seen him. Wow. Man, having a job when you know you're supposed to be somewhere, man, it's tormenting, but you have to do it. I'm not telling no one to skip any steps. Right. Because you got to step, but don't skip any. Right. But anywho, man, he was doing music, and he needed a way to invest in this music, so he said, okay, you guys are charging $400, $500 for a video? All right.
Slash the price.
Slash the price, man. He invented the $100 video, man.
Who are some notable Texas artists that he's worked with on videos? Or not even notable, just some, you know.
No, I feel, you know, this is the fun part. This is where you come back to the interview, you know, in 10 to 20 years, and you see these names, you see what they did. I gotta say, man, the first notable man is this gentleman named Laugh Flew out of Houston. Man, he used to come and get Teezo about every week, man, and just, yo, shoot my videos. Oh, matter of fact, I got another friend, shoot his videos, boom, boom, boom. They started chopping it up, realized they had a commonplace. T-Flew, he's being producer, he got artists and all of this stuff, and Teezo really buzzed as a videographer in Houston. Everyone in Beaumont they you know, shoot with him every once in a while, but everyone knew him as an artist, so it's like, hey man, what you shooting these videos for? Right. But the Houston artists didn't know him. Right. And man, so Houston, from Eugene, from Teezo, man, we thank you.
So essentially, Teezo went from the small town of Beaumont, went to a major market in Houston, and was able to get the videos off because no one really there knew that he was an artist, so he was kind of able to work on both things simultaneously. Is that about right?
At one point, because he doing the music and the videos, but he's doing the music. It's Teezo Touchdown we're talking about. He's working on that craft. So he's not staying there and just making it whoop-de-whoop. He's moving, he's catching that momentum. He's learning, you know, he's learning each video, he's just learning, you know. He's like, man, I can't, he's like, hey bro, I can't be going to these video shoots and like, I'm Teezo, man, how that look, man? I'm out here shooting videos and I'm Teezo, I'm gonna ask you for a feature and I'm in the video. So I said, you're right. So what he did was, he went and got him a ski mask, and he changed his name. It's no longer, because he used, man, Teezo Touchdown Instagram used to be the saddest thing you ever seen, man. Every day, $100 videos, please text me. Hey, y'all, you shoot one video, you get 4 free, please. Begging, man. So he came up with this new moniker. He put that ski mask on. Now he's this new cameraman. Now everybody in the city, even Beaumont, like, hey, who is this new guy with the camera? I want to work with him. So he put that mask on. Ever since then, I want to say when he put that mask on, he never looked back. That was the last time what was the last? I'm trying to think the last video that Teezo shot was for his friends. He went out like that. His last video he shot for his friends.
That's the way to do it.
And that's the way to do it. He had to pick the camera up since. Well, he picked it up for himself.
And around what time was that last video?
2019. 2018, because he got a gimbal. Down there at Nails. Nails is a little hole in the wall down there in Beaumont, and went there on Christmas Day. Back there, he seen another cameraman from the city, and he was telling him, "Hey man, I got all this new equipment and what's all this and that. I got a gimbal." Teezo had been looking for a gimbal. Tell me if y'all remember. It used to be a point if you didn't have that gimbal, right, you might as well don't even shoot the video.
Yeah, it's like a checkpoint of validity.
It's like, ooh, he got that movement. I want to book with him. Right. So he's telling him, I got all this new equipment. I'm about to sell my old stuff. Teezo been looking for a gimbal. Teezo was doing $100 videos. Gimbal cost $400. You know he never got that $400? Because when you're shooting those videos for that cheap, man, by the time you're done with the video, you just spent the money. Right. I was like, man, I'm like, man, you doing this, you might as well, you want to go in the bathroom right now? Cause I can poop in there. You can put your hand back in there. You can get elbow deep if you want to. So anyway, he got that gimbal, and he got that gimbal on Christmas Day. The dude said, hey, I'm selling it for $200. That's 2 videos. Teezo probably shot. Anywho, he didn't have it. But he said, hey man, I give you $50 today, and we can do a payment plan. He said, all right, bet. Come get it tonight. So bartering action, man. Just going through the hole in the wall. He met that guy, got the gimbal. Want to say that he was so excited that next day went to the studio with all his friends in the hallway trying to find out how to use it. That next day, he gave the camera to his friend T. T and Teezo used to be hand in hand because Teezo used to shoot all the T videos. That was really how it was, like pictures, whatever T need, Teezo was doing.
Is T flu?
No. This is TT Baby. Okay, he's another about my representative, and it's funny because Teezo used to do that for him. And after Teezo shot his last video, when he did 100 drums, you know his friend shot that. No one knows that. TT Baby shot his friend. His last video was for his friend, and man, I'm about to cry.
Hey, the power of relationships, man. The power of relationships, man.
That boy there, man. Teezo Touchdown, man.
What a guy.
Man.
You know, it's no surprise that the backstory is so unique and interesting, because I feel like Teezo now, you know, that uniqueness really reflects in his music and his content. There's this rare blend of attention to detail, you know, extremely versatile musically, and very, like, you know, intentful, identifiable fashion sense. It's kind of reminiscent to me of, like, you know, Danny Brown when he first came out, or even like Andre 3000. To your knowledge, does Teezo draw any inspiration from any of those guys, or if not, are there any big musical inspirations?
Musical inspirations. I tell you this, man. Before he really got into that music stuff, man, this is when he had a car. Before he wrecked his car, we used to just ride around, and all he used to play was Future. He's playing Future. He's playing Zaytoven, Beast Mode. I'm talking about he's playing everybody in under the sun except him. He's playing everybody. I said, hey man. He used to play his little songs for me. I said, oh, I hear you. I hear you, little Future. He used to make beats too. I was like, oh, I hear you, little Zaytoven, because he was mimicking a sound that wasn't his. So I said, hey man, I know you've been DJing your whole life. You told me that. I understand that, but you got to pull out, man. You got to start. You're going outwards. You need to start looking in. Because one day, somebody's going to be in their car listening to you. So,
you want to sound like you.
You know.
Teezo, just sound like Teezo.
I think you want to sound like yourself. I always say that, man. If you're out here trying to do anything that anyone else is doing, man, just stop it because it's already them. It's cool to get inspiration, but don't mimic it and copy it. I can go to that man for that or that woman for that. But yeah, the last artist that I cause he used to sneak, man. He's a music head, man. The last artist that I seen him just sneak and just really just watch was who was that? I want to say Hood Rich Pablo 1. Wow. Hood Rich Pablo 1 because he was working with like Kenny Beats and Danny Phantom. He was just working with these real crazy sounds, and Teezo liked that. And he was dropping videos. He started learning. He used to be watching this stuff. I'm like, you don't know what you're watching, man. You're watching that same artist because what you're watching is consistency. Right. He's dropping those videos every week. He got a new project, man. So I think Hood with Pablo 1 was the last one. I called him like, boy, I done told you, don't make me. I done told you.
Yeah, Hood Rich had an amazing performance at
our South by show
in Austin, Texas, 2017.
2 or 3 years ago, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, he killed it.
I seen him. I was there.
You were there?
Wow.
I was there.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Eugene. If you're lying, then you're flying.
Man, I'm gonna tell you how I was there. First off, I'm gonna tell y'all who was there. How do y'all like Austin?
Love it.
I love Austin.
I love it. But I'm out there in Austin. I can remember like it was yesterday. We had a little corner. Set up the DJ booth. We brought our own. We like, man, we're tired of going out here not having any shows. So I said, hey man, call up DJ Spence P. Get those speakers. Well, I ain't say that. Jet, I ain't say that. That's Jet's idea. I ain't gonna take his idea. So we went out there, and I tell you how I know that because Teezo was on the corner, man. For some weird reason around this time, Teezo didn't wear any drawers. For some reason, he thought that was He thought that was what rock stars did. I always had to slap his hand for that too, because he thinks he had to do what rock stars do. But what does the rock star do, man? Every time
whatever they want.
Whatever they want, man. The rock stars I know now, they are vegan and they're in the house by 8, man. And these are guys who are rocking stadiums, man. But anyways, he's on the corner, wild, crazy hair, with his ass out.
Okay. It's a attention grabber at least.
I said, man, why your ass out? He just built like that though, but he's jumping around, and that was another thing. That's another thing I watched. I haven't seen him do a show yet. He hasn't done a show yet now. But back then, he just thought, because he was still kind of consumer, still watching. He didn't really know how to give a show. He thought you just had to jump up and down and scream your song every other word. I'm like, Teezo, you can't do that. They don't know who you are, man. The people gotta know you are to fill in the blanks. But yeah, that's how Teezo was there, and I was there because I seen his ass. Second, I seen Pablo. He's pretty tall. I'm pretty tall, man, but I can see who's there by seeing who's about the same height as me or taller, and he just swooped around me, man, like a hawk. Swooped around me, man. I seen him. So he was there for y'all. Y'all booked him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. We did. It's called. We used to do a show there called the Lemonade Stand, and we would have. We did this 3-day showcase. It was actually, looking back on it now, it was crazy. It was like Juice had just put out.
It was Juice WRLD's first concert at Austin at South by that. Yeah.
So
in Austin, Texas.
Yeah. At Scratch House. You ever heard of that?
Of course.
Super small venue, like 200 cap.
Of course. Got in the bar fight there before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, got stepped in my boots.
We got close to getting in a couple of episodes that year.
Yeah, actually did.
We won't do it again.
So what's the significance of the location that we see in all of Teezo's music videos? I love the aspect of the branding and the aesthetic. I think it was a really smart idea to do that, but all the videos are shot in that same spot. What's the meaning behind that spot?
That's a really good question.
This is something close to home for Teezo?
Close to there. That's a really good question.
What's like the significance behind that spot? Is that like your garage? Is that like somewhere around the corner? Is that all the videos are shot in the same area? So like, what is the meaning behind that specific spot?
Man, it's like if I talk about it, then it makes it real. Is it real?
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah, we can skip it.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's all good. It's all good.
Better left unsaid.
Yeah, man. I don't want to ruin it for you.
It keeps it mysterious, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, I got you a PS5 for Christmas. Christmas ruined. Christmas ruined.
No, I mean with how tightly packaged the rollout has been so far, I can see, A, why you would want to keep it a secret, and obviously B, it means a lot to you. So we don't want to, that you talk about anything you don't want to talk about or aren't comfortable talking about. Let me ask you this though, to kind of change gears a little bit. Teezo seems to be a big advocate, proprietor for sustainability. I thought it was super dope that, just kind of randomly we were doing a community cleanup event and he posted about it. That meant a ton to us. Has Teezo ever shared any wisdom with you about, how to save the planet?
Save the planet. He needs to learn how to save his studio sessions when he learn how to save. That kind of stuff, man, he just doesn't, man. We don't. It amazes me because we don't talk about it. It's like it's I don't know. He doesn't.
He's just wired that way.
He just does. It's not like hey y'all, we need to. He just does it, man. I think that's kind of what's the cool thing about it.
Yeah, it's natural.
Yeah, but that thing in Chicago, man. We were trying to catch the first thing smoking out here, man. I think y'all did that one date, and we seen monthly.
Yeah.
I was like, Teezo, we need to get out there, man.
We were doing it monthly, and then it got a little cold to bring people out. So after the winter kind of passes over, we'll pick it back up.
Okay, I thought it was because of the,
Also COVID, a lot of factors this year.
Yeah.
So.
But once it gets cold in Chicago, it's hard to ask a bunch of volunteers,
Is it cold right now?
Not
like,
really.
Do we consider it cold?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Nah, it's like actually pretty warm.
It's getting there,
for
but
December.
Okay.
What is it, 40 something today?
Yeah. If I can step out in like just a shirt and a coat, it's decent.
Yeah.
If I gotta do like 5 layers, then
Okay.
Once it gets to 0 degrees, snow on the ground, then it's tough. But right now it's decent.
Okay.
So Teezo, you know, again, seems like a very insightful person. You know, that sustainability, the substance in his music, you know, everything that we've seen from Teezo seems to be very well thought out and very well articulated. Whether it's Matching the Bag or, you know, songs like Strong Friend, which are, you know, to me, how it speaks to me is you're bringing attention to mental health specifically amongst males. Is it important for Teezo to make sure his message has intent behind it?
Let's go back to the beginning.
Yeah,
When I first got him, he's telling me about he's banging my old lady. He's designed it. He has it. He has it all. He done it all. Did it all. I said, hey man. First off, give my lady back. Second off, look around you, man. Who's listening to that? Who's relating to that around you? Yeah, those things do exist because they have a car lot. My old lady's definitely real. She's bad, man. I tell you, she's bad. She's real. But how many people are you? What are you even talking about? What are you? What are you going through on a day-to-day basis? So what he started doing was listening to music, listen outwards. I told him, look inward, man. You're not alone in this. You're not. People go through you ever see something on Twitter and they're like, oh, I guess we all had the same childhood. Man, you're not alone, man. Like we go through the same thing. So I say, hey man, if you look inward, more people are having more people can relate to what's in here. The vulnerability, your day to day, man. More people probably took their trash out today than they drove a Lamborghini. So So
Teezo is very unique in many different ways. I feel like a signature part of his look is the nails that are in his hair. How did he come up with the vision for that look?
And obviously, you guys both share the same affinity for the nails.
Mm-hmm.
I give him his credit. I got it from Teezo. You got one, man. I gave you everything. I gave him everything else, man. I gave him everything else. Yeah, but I took the nails. So Teezo's dad is a maintenance man, man. What Teezo does with the music and the videos and all that stuff that everyone loves Teezo. His dad is just as talented with his hands, man. So he used to say your dad could fix anything. I'm like, all right, champ, whatever. I can fix anything. I'm fixing your career, ain't I? But anyways, so apparently his dad just has tools just all around the house and nails and stuff. And apparently they say they started nailing hats. Him and his friends, J4, G and them, they was like nailing hats. And then one day I went over there and he had a freaking piece of nail to his fence. I was like, you gotta get on him with this nail thing. Nah, bro, hey, this the way, bro. I'm telling you, fool. I'm telling you, like, this summer everybody gonna be having nails and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I said, all right, man, well, give me some. And yeah, man, got it from his daddy.
Okay.
The rest was history.
Legend has it.
Nailed it.
So for the kids watching, because there's a lot of people that watch our podcast that are also pursuing career in music, and we like to kind of, you know, try and put an educational aspect to it for those kids. And we've been talking a lot about Teezo's uniqueness and individuality. So what could you, Eugene, say to the kids on Teezo's behalf about the importance of individuality?
First off, kiddos, don't someone asks you a question that you find difficult to ask, don't freeze like I did first. That's the one thing you don't do. You never freeze under pressure.
No, you're perfectly fine.
Yeah, no. That's one thing. You don't freeze under pressure because with anything that you want to do, it's gonna be that pressure on you. It's not easy. It gets hard. So what I would say is, man, trial and error is your best friend. Do not be afraid to try. Do not be afraid. That's the best thing you can do. If you ain't got nothing to do, you're bored, try. Yeah. You dig? So I just say try, and there's only one you. Like, go back to what I said earlier. If you're trying to do what someone else is doing, they're already there, and you can't do it. No matter how much you try, you can't imitate what God created. So you're a one of one. You know, I look in the mirror and tell myself every day, man, you're one of one. So know that there's no one else like you. The reason that you're you, the reason that people gravitate to you is because of you. And trial and error. If you ain't got nothing to do, try.
Yeah, that's great. That's great advice. I think another thing that makes Teezo stand out is his masterful portrayal of his alter egos. Is there an acting career in the future for Teezo?
You know what? You know what I think he is. You know, I think he hasn't dabbled into that acting thing yet. It's because of the cinematography. It's that cinematography. Cinematography is very important. It's very. I don't really like to tell people to follow the rules. I say read the rule book and then throw it away, burn it. You know what I'm saying? But that he had to try on the cinematography thing. I think he just trying. I think he has the acting. I don't think the acting is his you know what he's afraid of. I think it's the execution. That's it, man. Making film is hard.
Oh yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts to it to make it look good. Yeah. But you seem to, or at least you, Eugene, seem to have mastered it somewhat. I mean, speaking of acting, you recently starred in the Matthew Williams campaign for Givenchy. That was super, super dope. I was really, really excited to see you be a part of that. Seeing you alongside, you know, Kendall and Kylie and Cardi and Young Benz, who's a really good friend of ours. You know, I think, you know, their team did a great job of curating everyone involved. But what was that experience like, and how did you convince the guys at Givenchy to let you do your own personalized video?
I have no clue. I look at that list and say, me? The people you just named, I said, Matthew N. Williams, your ear is this low to the streets. You know about Teezo Touchdown? From that right there, man, just from the underground. That just the underground, man, we love the underground, but man, once we get wind that someone caught wind of us, it's no better feeling like that, man. So to have a prestigious brand like that, you know what I'm saying, you know, just to say, hey, howdy, how you doing? Man, I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful for that opportunity.
That's amazing. Did you, I'm assuming you found kind of a way to align it with reading the letters, just coincidentally, or was that whole thing planned out from the start and you knew it was gonna, you know, land on the Givenchy campaign? Or that was just
no,
fate?
Man. Everything you see, it's as the wind blows, you know. It's as the wind blows. That just happened. The dots are just connecting, man. Come on, man. I'm here right now. We're from Beaumont. I'm in Chicago right now. I really can't explain what's going on right now. So that I'm still trying to process 2019 right now, man. It's just moving. I'm just blessed, and things are just we're just knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, well, we would agree.
Yeah.
We would agree. You guys are definitely knocking it out of the park. And while we're on the topic of just content and creativity, one thing I really loved was the TRL flip you did, where you put yourself in the interview with Carson Daly, and you know you don't do a lot of interviews from what we can tell. So I thought how I took that is like you're controlling the narrative, right? Like you're giving fans what they want, which is more insight into, Teezo's backstory, but it's doing it in your own way, in your own aesthetic, and you're answering the questions that you want to answer. So who came up with that idea?
That would, man. Shout out to Carson Daly. Carson, man, if you're out there, man. Shout out to Carson Daly, man. One thing I can say about Teezo, man, I think the only thing that he does for him is the actual, just the making of the music. Everything else is just, you should see him. And when he does something that he's really cool, he just likes, what he's his favorite thing to say, they gonna love that. Oh, they gonna love that. Like he's just so ready to just give the best of the best. He does not want to half-step the people who are invested in him. He refuses to do anything that he did. He just thinks about the people who are going to be watching it, the people who are invested in him. His imagination stops there. So the Carson Daly thing, man, that's just manifesting. We're trying to manifest that, man. He just letting this imagination fly. That's why I told him, I said, hey, man, the sky's the limit.
That's a pretty tasteful reference, though, right? For, you know, it's 2020 TRL. You know, that was like the early 2000s, so it was impressive to me that, you know, for whoever came up with it to reference that and for you guys to use it in the way you did. So
No, I thank you. And I think the most important part of that is the journalism that used to be offered to artists. Like even right now with this interview, like this is the reason that we take this stuff so serious, because me and Teezo both, we're a fan of this journalism. We're tracking this journey, man. This is when we're, you know what I'm saying, when 30 years we're all old, man, and the new kids are rocking and they're calling us old and stumping on our albums, man. We're gonna be able to look back at this and just track that, you know what I'm saying, track that journey, man. This is forever. My grandkids are gonna be able to read about this, read about just journalism. So whenever it's time to sit down and just talk about it, as long as, you know, the preparation is good, we're down and willing. So again, thank y'all. Y'all are important. Journalism is important.
Thank you.
thank you.
I feel like Teezo's creativity has gotten him recognized by a lot of notable figures, one of those being Tyler, the Creator. What was it like for you to see that Tyler, the Creator co-signed for Teezo so early on in his career?
Goes back to that Matthew M. Williams, man. Just when you see someone, it's just good to know that the ears to the streets, because that's where the next one is in the streets right now. So I think that's just kind of cool, you know. I think that's just kind of cool, and I just really appreciate that. I think that's just very important. It just really just what it shows is, one thing Teezo told me, he was like, man, what this showing me is, bro, like the importance of reaching back. I was like, yeah, man, exactly. No matter where, trial and error and keep reaching. Once you got it, reach back and show someone.
Yeah.
You know, so like that, we're just appreciative, and it just that's a good habit to pick up. So if you get anything from me, reach back, help somebody.
So there's like a humility to it, like you're taking these cosigns and these accolades in your head and kind of keeping them with you for the long run, so that when you're at a bigger place, you can do the same that someone like Tyler and Matthew M. Williams did for you. So.
Yeah, I think you just, you know, whatever you help who you can, but I think it's even cooler if you like the person you're helping.
Right. Oh,
So
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I think you know, so that's just a bonus.
Right. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, those gentlemen, like people don't have to, but it's a blessing when they do. Good people do. So.
Yeah, and I feel like the real tastemakers and you know, influencers, a word that's thrown around so loosely these days, but the true influencers within this industry are people that truly do have their ears all the way to the streets and you know, have a passion for it personally, and not just somebody on their team, you know, recommending something to them or something like that. So it's got to feel amazing to have someone like Tyler tweet from his personal account about your stuff.
Yeah, it's all about, and it's genuine.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the even really just hits that it's genuine.
Right.
Yeah, I also have a background in graphics.
Dope.
Yeah. I do
a little
all.
bit of everything.
Yeah. I used to do those covers for him.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. For Teezo. Dope.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But
Now we know the true mastermind behind the Teezo Touchdown campaign.
right and left hand man. But how did that start? I want to say Teezo and Pink started working together. I want to say last year. You know, just, you know, when people, I don't care who you are, man. Someone draws you, man, you're gonna put a smile on your face, man. I don't care what it is. You can write a stick and say that's Teezo. I'm going to smile, man. So Pink was just sending Teezo art pieces sending to me. I'm like, hey man, this guy's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This guy's pretty cool, and I think it just started from there, and it's just like I don't know where he, like the whole idea to keep the covers. That's him. I don't know, but yeah, that relationship started last year between him and Pink Boy.
So I know that Teezo has a producing background. Does he produce all of his own music himself?
No, I do that. Yeah.
Between you and Teezo, do you guys produce all?
No, it's all me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all me. I know how to fake some keys, you know. I show them bass. But yeah, it's all me.
off the top of your head real quick, can we get like a top 3 to 5 producer list?
I'll give you my top Teezo production. I'll rank them right now as far as the production that's out right now out of Teezo's. Number 1, for that snare drum alone, I'm gonna say Sucker. Sucker's number 1.
Definitely a fan favorite.
Mm-hmm. Number 2, Bad Enough. Because that one, that was just I don't, it's anthemic. I just learned that word. I've been using it every freaking week now. Anthemic. It's anthemic. I like that, to be able to make.
I just learned it from you. That's a great word. I'm gonna start using it.
Wait, see how much you start hearing it now, man. She's been following me since I heard it. And then number 3, I'm gonna say Careful.
I love Careful.
Yeah.
I love the build up on Careful.
It's a great song. That's where we both discovered you, actually.
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah.
It was Careful.
Yeah, I'd found it. Forgot how I found it on the internet somewhere. And JB's office is right next to mine, so I watched it for like an hour straight. I was like, JB, get over here. He comes in. I'm like, yo, look at this, and we just fanned out over Teezo for the rest of that day, and then we've just been big fans ever since. But that Careful video is what captured my attention and our attention at first.
Yeah, great video, great song.
That was early on when we started adapting that style. I want to say that was the 3rd thing we shot, because the first thing we did there was this thing. He was like, hey yo Teezo, man. That was the first thing we did there. And then the second thing, he did a cover of The Box.
Roddy Ricch?
Yeah, Roddy Ricch, right around. He dropped that on Christmas, and then either a few days after or before The Box was Careful. That was like one of the first 3 things that we started doing at that place.
I'm gonna have to go back and check out The Box. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm gonna have to backtrack on that.
Yeah, where was that posted?
That's on Twitter. That's when that's the first time that he showed those bass workouts we've been working on.
Okay.
Got to showing what I was teaching. That was the first time they seen him with a bass.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta go find that.
Please, man.
It's the first seed planted. Okay, so we're gonna just change gears again. Really quickly, we have a new segment on the show called Quick Sips. It's a lightning round of questions we put together, catered specifically to you. You have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. However many questions you answer is your score. And at the end of the season, whichever guest scored the most points will be sent a special gift box put together by us. Christopher Kites was the first guest to participate. He has the current high score with 11 questions.
Keep explaining, because I'm seeing him tonight, so this means business now. So go ahead.
Oh yeah. So it's on. Yeah, the time starts after Elliot asks the first question. That's pretty much all I had. So the last question is, are you ready?
1 second.
And is this personal between you and Kites right now?
No.
Okay.
It just this is gonna be it's our first time meeting. I never met the man before. Our
Very
first time
good.
meeting is tonight. So
Yeah.
just a little conversation piece. I'm like, man, I heard you were the winner.
Right, the reigning
Unless
champ.
you beat him right now.
Legend has it.
Are you ready? Eugene, your favorite city in Texas.
Austin.
What's your favorite movie?
Hollywood Shuffle.
James Harden or Tracy McGrady?
James Harden.
Favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Enchiladas.
First Texas food spot you'd recommend to a tourist?
John Seafood.
If Teezo wasn't an artist, what would he be doing?
Shooting videos.
What's your favorite song currently?
Strong Spring.
Favorite cartoon character of all time?
Eugene Hanes.
Pizza or South End noodles?
Barbecue pizza.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
To answer the last question. We over?
Did you get the reference right there?
I did.
I had a feeling that would catch you.
All right, on that note,
Global now, Chicago forever, man.
There we go. On that note, that is time. Everybody give a quick round of applause for Eugene Hanes on 56. So,
I think I stopped you a little bit right there, but we'll call it 11.
yeah, we'll call it 11.
We'll call it 11. You tied Kites, so we might have to do this tiebreaker at some
We
point.
might have to.
But yeah, that's funny. I'm glad that one caught your attention. I had saw a tweet that you'd sent about that like 4 years ago or something. I was like, I'm gonna throw this in the lightning round, see if he notices it.
I still make that.
Really?
Yes.
What is it? Honestly, I'm not even really sure.
Recipe coming soon.
Okay. Maybe Teezo makes a cookbook down the line.
Guess who's writing it?
You. Yeah.
With my left hand. You know he's ambidextrous, right?
I heard that. Where did I hear that? I heard that at the.
He was writing the letter. They were reading the letter.
That too. I heard it. I think Teezo said something that he was ambidextrous as well at the start of the Bad Enough video.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
He's the dyslexic, intoxicated, ambidextrous king.
Random question. Who is Thomas Lopez?
The future. No, I'm not kidding. I'm just kidding by whispering it. But that's another one of those time capsules, man. I can't wait to look back. Thomas Mother effing Lopez. He's coming. He's coming. He's from Beaumont. My man Cannon. He brought him over there to the house. And the first time Teezo and Thomas met, they made Bad Enough. That's the first thing they met. They clicked on.
Another random question about that video. Who is the man that is under the van with the camera for a slight second in that video?
That is Cannon.
Okay.
That is the man. That man you see under that bus is the reason that song happened.
Okay. Okay. That was just random questions. You know, we can get back to the.
How did Cannon put everything together? Can you dive a little more into that?
So, when Teezo came back from LA last, I want to say October, he was feeling like he just came from LA. He's feeling like a superstar. No, look at you, man. They don't make me go in that bathroom. Don't forget where he came from. So, so he come back, man. He's got it on him. He's feeling it, man. I'm like, okay. He was like, hey, man, I'm about to make some merch, bro. It Depends. About to hit 50,000. I'm about to do some It Depends hoodie, man. Cannon pulled up one day to get a hoodie, man, and he never left. And help just came in and started helping, man. Like he been there since day one.
So videographer, photographer type.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
There. Oh, shout out to Cannon.
Shout out to Cannon, boy. Who eats meat?
I do.
You eat meat?
I haven't in a couple of years.
That's good. I've been doing a vegan way.
Okay.
I'll send you the vegan
yeah.
recipe. I'll send you. But I was saying that because I'll ship y'all some Zumos. Y'all gotta try these Zumos. Y'all get on the pit. I got a pit here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It's a little cold for it right now, but we'll get down.
You ain't even gotta do that. You can get right on that skillet, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna send y'all a pack of Zumos.
Please do.
They're so good.
Okay.
They're so good. I'm gonna send you that recipe. Please, y'all.
Will you break your vegetarianism for?
No chance. Absolutely not. I'll try the vegan kind for sure. But
They're just the same. You just take the meat out. You like mushroom?
yeah, if they're like certain types of mushrooms, yeah.
It all depends on what the mushrooms are with.
Yeah.
It's how you cook it. I like to saute mine to their. Cause mushrooms get slimy.
Yeah, I don't like when they get
It's the
slimy.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
I'm a texture guy.
Yeah.
So I just saute it to like it's like literally got like a little, not too burnt, just a little bit of on it. Man, it's delicious.
Okay.
It's delicious. I'll send you how the recipe, but it's between us, man.
Alright, that's between us.
That's just the appreciation out of me.
Hey, maybe we'll send you some lemonade in return.
You gotta
I'll
do
try.
Zumos, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zumos and lemonade.
Have you tried the lemonade here?
I haven't.
We'll get you some after this. Maybe a taste test. See what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Needs the Eugene stamp of approval.
It's beautiful out here, man. It's like, it looks kind of, let me tell you what it looks like, because downtown Beaumont, it's like we have abandoned buildings that just look like that, but like y'all are like functioning in it. I don't know, it's like what year is it? What year are these things built?
A long time ago, I couldn't tell you.
It's just, I don't know, man.
I feel like the foundation was like the World. Have you ever heard of the World Fair? Chicago World Fair?
No.
It's like this huge event that happened in like 1890 something.
Mhm.
But it's like where like Hershey's was introduced for the first time, the Ferris wheel. Like Nikola Tesla, electricity, and it was hosted in Chicago, and they built all this amazing architecture, this Sears Tower. A little bit of random tip.
Okay, oh yeah, go.
My man's smart.
I'm like, you gonna see it in my eyes now, the architecture.
Yeah, I read one book on the world.
I love that though. All I can tell you about Bow Money is Tito's from there and Zumos.
Right. That's enough for us.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about Chicago?
I probably have to say the architecture, man. It has a character here. Nowhere else looks like Chicago. I just love like the art on the architecture as well. It's just real artsy.
At nighttime when the lights are on and windows, drive on the highway.
Another like, cause we're in Houston now, and like the skyline, like y'all skyline seem to just it seems never ending.
Yeah. Could be because we're on the lake, Michigan too. So it's like we got a nice backdrop behind it too.
Isn't this Gotham City?
It is.
Yeah, actually.
Come on, man, that's badass, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. They shot The Dark Knight
Recently.
here. In,
The Dark Knight and the Batman Begins.
Yeah, and the Batman Begins. Yeah, and the big semi-truck chase scene is right in Lower Wacker.
Yeah. So, someone told me recently that they're shooting the new Batman like a month ago. They were shooting it out here. So maybe we'll see that in a year or two. But
You a big Batman guy?
I keep a tab on it, and you know what's weird when I keep a tab on? To be Batman, you gotta have a crazy jawline.
That's facts.
That seems like to be the first quality. I think the first thing to look at is jawline.
Right.
Superman too, though. Right?
Batman has the mat, like all you.
Yeah, all you see,
you're
all you
right.
the jaw.
Important feature, yeah.
Okay.
No, that's facts. You're the first person I've ever heard say that, but I think it's very true.
Yeah, so it's like I don't keep up with it. Every time they drop a new Batman, first thing I look at is see the jawline.
Maybe like Jay Leno should be the next Batman or something like that.
He might be a little
He's got a
old.
very strong jawline though.
He does have a strong jawline.
We've been kind of, driving the conversation here. I definitely want to give you a chance to talk about anything you got coming up or anything you just felt like speaking on while you're here.
Who you guys been listening to? Who else is on your radar? I tell you who don't mind.
Yeah, start with yours, then we'll go to ours.
You've been driving, and I'll start with me. Who am I listening to right now? I'm listening to Hook. I can't get enough of Hook.
Okay.
Hook she's insane.
Yeah, she seems like she's creating a ton of for the Texas scene as a whole.
Texas?
Or
She's
not
from California.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's out there from California.
I thought she was from Texas.
I'm not even familiar, honestly.
ILY Hook. Yeah, please let me. Because someone put me on this year.
Okay.
So it's like, that's how it goes, man. You just
Okay.
Hook. I'm listening to Big Jade. She's from the city. She's from Beaumont. She's having a very strong campaign. K Suave. He makes some real freaky music. And I think that's it. That was like my three. Those have been my three for a nice little minute.
Okay. A few that I've been listening to is, do you know that guy Tom the Mailman? The artist named Tom the Mailman, but he has a song Sunday. I've been listening to it like nonstop. Do you know Toby Lou from Chicago? I really like Toby Lou. He's an artist from Chicago. And then one more I listen to all the time is Mavi. He's from Charlotte. Really good artist.
Okay.
Who's your top three?
Not top three. Who you listening to?
Right.
Yeah.
I just had three. I'm sorry. I didn't want to make it.
It's all good.
Honestly, Toby Lou as well. Like he's got a new record with Dreezy. It's called Okay.
Yeah.
It's super, super dope. And Elliot put me on to Toby Lou a couple months ago. I've been listening to a lot of like CEO Trail. And what else? I'm originally from Michigan, so a lot of stuff in the Detroit scene.
It's going crazy in Detroit right now, man. Yeah. Shout out to those boys out there in Detroit, man. Y'all been doing it.
Baby Smooth.
BFB Pac-Man, he down there in Houston.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's in Houston. Yeah, have you guys linked up?
No, I just love what he does. I love what he does, man. Every time I see him, I say that's someone who's in the moment and who's enjoying this ride, man.
Yeah,
because I love how he's having so much fun.
And he's so genuine with it, just like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I love that.
We just interviewed him not too long ago, and he was a very nice dude.
Yeah.
Man.
He was awesome. He did make me. He made me answer if I Or actually,
he asked JB some questionable questions, and I wasn't hosting that one. I was in the background, and I had to flag down JB. Do not answer that. Do not answer that.
It was how we landed on if I hypothetically like had sex with my cousin, but I didn't know she was my cousin, and then I found out she was. Would the relationship continue? Like, there's some crazy shit.
Yeah, that was the premise, and he had, he's a very convincing man, and he had my guy JB on the ropes, about to answer something he probably shouldn't have, so I just stopped the interview.
And I don't think I agreed with his stance.
You don't, but he was convincing you in the moment.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
How often did that happen? How often does the interviewee get you on the fence?
Man. It's happened a couple of times.
He's done more than me. This is the first one I've actually hosted on Carton Conversations. I do the other series a lot, but yeah, that's really a question for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just about like being prepared and just setting a good vibe. Like, normally if there's like a good vibe in the room, it's like the artist isn't gonna try and put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And preparation's for sure a big thing.
Yeah, I think we're at a good spot. I mean, it's been great. Eugene, thank you again so much for coming on. Hang out with us after, hopefully. But anything else you want to tell the kids before we get out of here?
Trial and error.
Trial and error. You heard it here first. Eugene Hanes, everybody. Thank you guys for watching the 7th episode of Carton Conversations presented by Body Armor. Like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you want to see in the next episode. I'm JB.
I'm Elliot.
This is
Eugene Hanes.
See you guys next time.